Welcome to a brand new wave, drowning out the noise that's tame. Liberty whispers through the brave, breaking free from every chain. Nullify the rules they crave, crypto beats that pave the way. Anarchy with minds that's safe, algorithms new dawn today. Out of bounds and out of sight, building futures pure and bright. Escape the grip and win the fight. Welcome into the legacy ride. Beyond control we take a stand, casting off the iron brand. Freedom flowing through our hands, revolution's our command. Decentralize the way we plan, all together we expand. Breaking shackles for the clan, in this journey we're unpanned. Out of bounds and out of sight, building futures pure and bright. Escape the grip and win the fight. Welcome into the legacy ride.
Hear ye, hear ye. I call this meeting to order.
All right, time for
Welcome in. Yeah, well, yeah, go. He said go. He said he was leaving.
Over yonder, huh?
Welcome to Weekly Legacy, episode 44. What are we going to get into today? First off, everybody, get yourself some W. 10% off
Good
on
stuff.
any order. It's great stuff. It'll wake you the fuck up without the crash of coffee. I had to take a swig of coffee. And yeah, man, just go down to w.gg and get yourself some 10% off W.
It's great through a straw, but don't put the straw in your nose. And be sure to mix the powder with liquid first.
And just remember,
shit.
Don't
matters.
Don't snort W.
What did you say, Andrew?
That matters.
Yep.
Fuck you. Every time you say Matt, I'm William today.
Nice.
That's it. I'm out.
Well, come on, jokester, bring it all about. What's in the world today? Actually, let's start that out a little bit. Let's bring everybody into all the negative things in the world that's going on. How lovely. Let's start off with some negativity. Are we going to war with Venezuela?
Oh, I think we're well at war with them already.
Pretty much. We've been
A lot of
at
pressure.
war with them for at least a decade, at least.
It's a pretty powerful poison pill. That's all I'm saying.
We've commandeered tankers, right? Like, this has happened.
Yeah.
Anyone who dares sail a tanker to them is getting it commandeered right now. They've already turned around and abandoned approaching the port. That black gold's bubbling up, man. You want to talk about a silver lining? What that's going to do for the American economy once it's under our control.
I mean, to go into a positive note, that's exactly what I like to look at. Is the positive note would be, out of everything that's going on in Europe, their socio-political mess, everything that's going on in the Middle East, and everything going on in the energy sector all across the world, I think this is a means to an end for the revolutionary idea of the Monroe Doctrine coming back.
Well,
I
and
think Trump
also
is going at it the wrong way, but
also a common sense root cause attack on migration attacks, honestly. Like, if you want to look at the root of the sort of NGO based movement to pipeline people up, I would be willing to bet that that government was a coordination center.
I could see that. I mean, I could also see the Belgians being very influential in it as well, but
It strikes me as if taking out that regime makes a lot of the source flow harder to coordinate, at least
Well,
from the
you
tip.
see that they're they're pumping more money into the economy, which means that they're finding ways to spend it,
Yeah.
which means going back to war. At least they're
Plus,
trying.
Maduro sucks, man. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, he
Maduro's-
nationalized oil, that was previously private, right? Justification.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'll say.
if you're going to use the U.S. military for something, using it to something connected to our hemisphere and something that's landmass connected feels a lot more like domestic security to me.
So Monroe Doctrine reformed,
Yeah,
effectively.
I have a lot less problem with this than I have with interventions in the Middle East, frankly.
That's fair. I mean, I the only thing I have an issue with is what it could potentially lead to, but at the same time, I mean, it does bring the United States semi home.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, the only problem I also and actually another segue of a silver lining is it's another means to get at the Chinese the whatever Chinese influence there is in the Western Hemisphere.
Right, through Cuba, especially because it cuts off
Through Cuba.
higher petrol inflow. Like they're going to have nothing to run the power plants with after this.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't realize like Cuba. After the revolution, Castro attempted to attach some sort of relationship with the United States, but because of radical policy shifts and nationalizations, and not wanting to conform to opening completely up to how Cuba was under Batista and before.
Well, and some politically brutal revolutionary events that occurred that impacted like U.S. citizens. Like there were people who were pretty butthurt about some people who actually got hurt during the overthrow.
Exactly. Well, then you also had some radical,
and rightly so. Like there was a lot of injustice done on people who were just trying to develop some resorts.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the long story short is like we could have still had some sort of working relationship with Cuba. We decided instead to fight them economically, which cut them off, and so they had to turn to the only version of aid that they could think of, which was the superpower, the other superpower at the time, the Soviet Union. And now that the Soviet Union's gone, what is that power vacuum of influence that can kind of help prop them up? Well, communist China. So we're still in this Cold War game. And
it's always been weird to me too. I don't know about you guys that we spent a lot of military attention on, not our hemisphere when there's like a country that was, not but less than 100 years ago, a staging ground for one of the most dangerous nuclear tension situations we ever had in our history. Like the Cuban Missile Crisis happened in part because this was a communist country situated off our shore. Mm-hmm. And it's always struck me as odd that we have left that security threat just dangling there, despite the fact that we have all this adventure money for other hemispheres.
I think that after the fall of the USSR, they just, they would nip that in the butt right then and there.
I don't know. It strikes me as more appropriate, even though I still don't advocate the use of military force abroad generally. Like I'm against this still because I think there's no need for it unless we're being actually attacked. But if you say this is going after an actual attack source, then okay, let's prove it.
To a certain extent, I would say that Venezuela is in active aggression towards us.
I would say so.
the migrant crises, and the simple fact is Maduro is doing exactly what I would actually say that perhaps Maduro is doing exactly what Castro did in the 70s with releasing criminals from prison.
I mean, is he any different from Chavez in any meaningful way?
I think in rhetoric, I think he's different
in rhetoric. Exactly.
but he's not really different in how the power structure is. He's
Right.
still a dictator.
The country is still
Chavez-
going to shit.
Yeah. I mean, Chavez was, I guess you could theoretically say Chavez was a benevolent dictator, I guess. You could. Whereas Maduro is more malicious in his intent, no matter what. He doesn't care about anybody but himself in the constant.
Right, but he did
consolidation of
inherit
power.
the same exact system.
He did.
And
Yeah.
and the system itself was doomed to this fate from the moment they spun it up because it was communist.
I mean, I honestly, I think like the best, because I mean, going back, and if you watch like old interviews of Hugo Chavez when he first took power, I mean, he kind of gives you that dad vibe, that good old dad vibe, and so
Right.
I think you take that vibe and then you apply to what he really is initiating, and then what it ends up inheriting into with Maduro. I mean, it was a great way for Venezuela to fall into socialist chaos. Give the dad bod into power, and
Right. Well, isn't that
Maduro.
like basically Peronism in a nutshell?
Basically. Mm-hmm. Basically.
No, the government is there to take care of you, citizen, is the message.
Yeah.
The government's there to take care of you until we liquidate you.
Right. Well, until we decide
Pretty
that your
much.
care and feeding is going to be done a certain way, and it doesn't matter how you want it done.
Mm-hmm. And to speak.
No, Venezuela is kind of like Kmart socialism. I mean, it's not main brand, but it's up there enough that you know it's there.
Well, you know, as shitty as it sounds, I'm not terribly going to miss it when it's a puppet state. I'm okay with that, I guess. If that's going to have to happen, then I'm okay with it.
For the first time ever, we actually agree that we kind of want an American puppet state.
Dude, I mean, they're useful toys. We just have to admit that's what they are.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, Venezuela as a puppet state to America would be a lot more successful than the American puppets that they try to prop up in Afghanistan and Iraq. And I mean,
far more likely.
Yeah. I mean, Libya. I mean,
it'd be
because the people there actually want the same thing that the developers from the U.S. want. There's actually alignment of incentive. Like they actually want the place to be built up.
It would be interesting to see if Malay was to like put his word in about how things should run after Maduro's gone.
Yeah, he should be totally honestly
work towards decentralizing Venezuela.
Yeah,
at least his interpretation of what decentralizing is.
That's another interesting angle on it. The coalition bloc that we'll have in place. Now, we haven't had a foothold for like good old fashioned American style capitalism in South America in a long time.
But at least about 60 years, at least.
Yeah.
So
I feel like this is an opportunity in a way.
Mm-hmm.
At least if we take it positively, we might be able to undo some of the damage caused by the fact that they're commandeering tankers in in the Caribbean. It's literally like they're pirates of the Caribbean right now. Must be fun to be in the Navy at the moment.
Stuff like that's only going to increase because their financial stability is coming into question, and so they're going to keep acting more and more aggressively. It doesn't matter who the person is, what country it is.
Like
they're going to keep stepping.
Imagine being one of the mission people on that. Like you're a Marine and it's your job now to go commandeer a tanker. How much fun would that be? Your life is like a video game at that point.
It's
Call of Duty.
It's Iraq 2.0, except for it's
kind of ridiculous.
Imagine the Call of Duty games that are going to come out after this.
Oh yeah,
Call of Duty, Venezuelan drug lords.
No, it'll be Venezuelan heat.
Venezuela. Imagine the next Battlefield. Remember the one with the cops? Battlefield Hardline, except for it's in Venezuela, and you're a bunch of federales backed by the United States Marines. Hoorah!
Well, except for they already made Far Cry 6, so that game already kind of exists.
Well, that's true. Excellent. That is true. Far Cry is amazing. I would actually
Far Cry was incredible.
Oh yeah, no, I'd rather play Far Cry 6 than Call of Duty or Battlefield any day. So much more realistic.
Wingsuit Start is the best thing on the face of the planet.
I still like Far Cry 4. That's the one where or is that 3? I don't know. The one where you're the Fed that gets knocked into enemy territory in Montana and has to face off against those.
You're thinking of 5, I think.
Okay, yeah, Far Cry 5. Yeah, no, Far Cry 5 is amazing.
That one was good too.
Oh yeah. Actually, kind of makes it relevant towards what the narrative is with the left in online circles and cable news.
That's the irony of it, is the whole thing is pretty much just like an effigy for the way that the left sees Middle America.
It's nice satire to Project 2025.
It's really more of a Freudian take on the developers. Like, well, what do you guys think we are? Let's see. Let's find out.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, with Freud, we don't get Bernays. Without Freud, I should say.
It's true.
But then again, it's a great propaganda tool to get people to play Far Cry 5, and then they fall into conformity.
Yep.
The
best part about Far Cry has nothing to do with the story. It's how they set up the character development arc. You start off pretty feeble, but it doesn't take long before you can just like mow through enemies, and you have to like intentionally hobble yourself. The game gives you OP development arc way too fast, and that's what makes it fun.
That's exactly what it makes. Like, playing through Far Cry 5 when I first played through it was like playing through Fallout 3 back in 2010. Like, you start off with nothing, and then before long you're just like running through death claws. I hate death claws.
Oh, I hate those too.
They still freak me out these days.
It's awesome because there's like early on there's zones you can stumble into where you're toast and you don't even know it, like you're just pulped. But then later it doesn't matter. Yes. Games that get that right are some of the very best.
Like Fallout 3 when you run up into a den of a bunch of super mutants. Yeah. Early in the game, you're fucked, but then later on, when you have all your weapons and all your upgrades and you've leveled up, pretty easy. So,
yep.
And then Andrew, this is where you chime in and talk about Final Fantasy.
I never played Far Cry, so you have to forgive me about that.
Final Fantasy is awesome too, man.
Or is it Final Fantasy 4?
4 and 6 are
my favorite Final Fantasy though is still Chrono Trigger.
Which is basically
never played Chrono Trigger. I know I should.
Such a great game.
It was like, it's interesting because you can see a lot of the ideas from Chrono Trigger dispersed throughout the Final Fantasy series. It's fantastic. Like, some of the very early concepts end up being entire worlds in Final Fantasy because they fragment out the different parts of it and tell different pieces of it in the different versions.
Right.
That's why I've always been kind of mind blown at people who are like, "Where's the Chrono sequel?" Well, it's every Final Fantasy game.
Imagine.
You know.
Wait, what are you looking up there, Andrew? Well, Andrew's looking it up. Why don't you go get yourself some Dubby? Don't use a straw, because I know what you retards like to do. You like to sniff it like pixie sticks, like the retard kids that I went to school with. No, really. I had kids that would sniff pixie
Sticks are
sticks.
good.
We know what you're doing at home.
Yeah. Excuse me, guys.
Welcome to the podcast.
Get yourself some W, 10% off. Nice little caffeine, straight up the top. No bottles, just a glass. Fill it full of water, and you got yourself something that's a little bit more natural and less crash, like what I'm gonna have in a couple hours after drinking this coffee. Touche.
Healthy, yes.
So what do you think is going to happen with this Epstein file stuff?
Hmm.
You think we're going to get a
I don't know,
Christmas
man.
present? Total shit show?
What Christmas present? The Christmas present is going to be
It's going to be a
We're going
nonsense
to-
avalanche.
no. What's going to happen is the Christmas present's going to be a couple of Democrats that they decide to release off of it, and then they're going to hide all the rest.
How
So
about
we'll know
this
some
prospect?
Democrats, but we'll never know. What is it?
Let me pose a theory. That the embarrassing secret they're hiding about the Epstein files is that they've lost most of the Epstein files. They're about to release everything that they have, and in everything that they have will be nothing that will satisfy anybody, and everything else really is gone.
Probably.
What if that's what's going on?
That's exactly what's going on. I mean, if they didn't, everything's been deleted. It's
Like,
been,
what if they literally have nothing to show?
They probably don't.
because not because they're trying to hide anything, but because it's literally not fucking there.
I mean, I hate to sound. I mean, this is gross, but the evidence that we want are the videos and the pictures, because that proves
Right.
that's evidence, and they don't have that. That's been buried a long time ago, because that
Oh, that's
will
gone.
incriminate.
Yeah.
That will incriminate a lot of people at
Well,
the top.
or it's changed hands so many times that the chain of evidence is destroyed. You know, like
Yeah.
that there's no way to prove it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would need to know a recording came from a specific camera to really have chain of custody over the file,
Right.
Other-
right, to
Otherwise,
prove it in a court of
yeah.
law.
Well, I think that's the reason why they're so adamant on expanding this AI chatbot like video making, like this Grok Imagine type deal, but more expansive. People making AI videos. They're pushing that so heavy through the algorithm, because they know that if they do have evidences that they can release out that hasn't been destroyed, or chain of custody hasn't been corrupted, then if anything were to leak video wise, then all the fake AI videos out there, nobody's going to know what's real or not. So,
Right.
I mean,
Well, except for the fact that no AI generator on the planet allows you to use it to make child pornography, right? Like,
yeah,
that's not something that they let you do with AI. Thankfully, like, thank God that they don't let you do
Thankfully.
that with AI.
but to the
But-
average normie, dude, would they know that?
Well, I suppose not.
Yeah. So at
Plus,
that-
there are probably like open source AI projects that don't give a shit. That probably does
Mhm.
exist.
Hmm. Howdy, William. By all means,
It's not a
William,
particular
chime in.
swamp I'm interested in wading into. I don't know about you guys.
Andrew, you brought it up.
Well, I just saw it on the Drudge Report. I checked it real quick. I mean, it's either something's there and they're really trying to
Ugh.
hide shit, or
Fucking ridiculous.
yeah,
Oh yeah, and of course, this as the SEC stands up and says that privacy is not a crime.
Privacy's not a crime, but Roman Storm is going to prison today.
Yep.
Nice.
Because
Nice.
unlicensed money transmitter, what conspiracy? Huh?
Mhm.
It doesn't make any sense
Golden
at all.
Cage, not Golden Ray. Not
Well,
Golden Age.
The thing that they're going to have to do is pardon him quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing about that is going to be how incoherent the public power will be at that point, right? Because they'll have just done this whole thing of making a show of sentencing him. And then Trump's going to turn around and pardon him if he's doing the right thing. If he's not doing the right
think
thing,
Trump-
then the situation is going to hang. But I think he's going to end up doing it.
Or
I do.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
him and
there'll
Juan
have to be a
Rodriguez
deal.
and all of them. They're gonna, because
Yeah.
you know, unless they've changed their position on the pardon that they gave Ross Ulbricht, it's the same damn fucking thing.
I could see them kind of change the position because I mean they've already done the two most notable public pardoning scenarios. Obviously, Roger Ver didn't get pardoned, but his case was dismissed upon a deal, right, where he pays all this. I mean, it's outrageous. All of this back tax bullshit and crypto assets. It's retarded, but at least he's free. And then, of course, the most publicly actual pardon of Ross Ulbricht earlier in the year, but Ulbricht. But I mean, considering
and the continual declarations that the war on crypto is over.
Yeah, but considering the fine line of what Roman Storm was convicted of and what our government has always been at war with as it's expanding and consolidating its power, I don't necessarily think that Trump would pardon somebody like Roman Storm.
Yeah.
Because I think it goes against a narrative. It goes against a narrative of political.
It may be a thing that he won't do. I mean, he did put Jay Clayton in charge of that district, but
I don't know, man. Ian Freeman. I've seen. Yeah, have you seen those videos?
Like nobody said anything about that. Like everyone's like, wonder why this weird district in New York seems to have such a beef against crypto people. Who's running it? Oh, it's Jay Clayton. Nobody has said anything about that. That's such a weird thing to me.
Because the conspiracy theories are allowed to go on because it's all a psyop and everybody dives down the rabbit hole so far that they end up getting entrapped in a place of complacement to the point where they don't search any deeper. They just go to where this is it. Everything is fake. Right. Everything is gay. Everything is retarded.
No, they just moved the same exact war over into a different domain and started calling it money transmitter law enforcement.
It's musical chairs.
Pretty much.
They use the law as a form of musical chairs.
It's literally the meme. It's moving the goalposts. Like you say one thing, and then you end up moving it back and then calling it another. It's like, okay, so Trump win number one and even number two with Roger Ver and Roger Ulbricht, but then move the goalposts and then start calling it money transfer fraud, whatever. Go against money
conspiracy to operate an unlicensed money transmitter is what they accuse this guy of.
Which sounds like
that's what he's going to prison for today.
Yeah.
To operate an unlicensed money transfer. All he did was run a website that let you use Tornado Cash, the protocol he wrote. And he ran that website basically at cost as an act of like public charity so that people who had no technical capability could also access the protocol.
Should we blame this on
because like people in the CIA were already using it via terminal and they didn't care.
I think I'm with Sean here. Howdy, Sean. Join Buds in Reality at 7 p.m. where he will have Terry Batts on. Actually, they're going to go ham on. It's some
actually a pretty deep cut of accuracy there. In that, like, I have to say, Buds in Reality, the gangster rap, and what was the second thing? Can we bring that message back up?
I got it.
Well, Andrew has and
Peppermint Schnapps. Those two industries alone actually tie deeply into the superstructure of blame we can accord to sort of the CIA operation around the NGO operation. Right. Like if you watch Mike Benz's stuff, I suspect you might be gesturing slightly at some of the stuff Mike Benz has uncovered. And if you're not, you should check it out.
So what we're saying is gangster rap was always a psyop.
Oh, it was deep CIA psyop. Like, yeah.
Oh.
The music industry itself, the whole machine
associated
with the music industry.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about that. Actually, gangster rap is a fed up. Just think, Easy worked with a Jew. I don't care. We're gonna get canceled on this one. So Easy worked with the Jew when NWA was formed. The Jew, and then you have all this Fed slop that's coming up, and look how gay, literally gay, rap has become in pop culture today. See, rappers are coming out talking about it. Rappers are they're coming out with like skinny jeans halfway down their ass, and
no, it's like the difference between Richard Hell and Sid Vicious. You know, one of them was constructed by an industry behemoth, and one of them just sort of showed up.
Oh, we're talking about Sid Vicious now, Andrew. Why don't you bring up Sid Vicious?
Well, I mean,
In the WWE.
Johnny Rotten, maybe more Johnny Rotten. I think Johnny Rotten, it might be the model that they took Richard Hell from. Or rather, that Richard Hell was the model that they made Johnny Rotten from.
Tatted up mumble rappers that are bisexual and trans.
I think it was either Tom Woods or
he started on the mumble rap, man.
Had an episode about mumble rapping a
I
while
don't know.
ago.
I saw a tweet.
Very annoying.
I saw a tweet from Bob that said,
especially when the ability to rap like well executed by somebody who actually knows a lot of words can be really amazing. That's the other shitty part. Is it's actually
like Crazy Bone.
It's devolving an art that could be elevated instead.
Right.
Like Lord Infamous. He was kind of a mumble rapper. You just you don't understand what he's saying because he's rapping so fast.
Or like those guys or like that guy from D Antwoord. Remember those guys? The Zeph rappers.
What about
we're like you get a story about cyber ninjas by the end of the song. That's some good rap.
Yeah, what about Marky Mark? Oh, Mark Wahlberg. Nobody knows this, but Mark Wahlberg was a rapper back in the day before he became an actor. Everybody. We're probably gonna stay on rap today. Crazy Bone led the charge on bringing up how rap was run by feds.
It's actually difficult to unpack, but it definitely was.
Yeah. Was that a is that a pun on Busy? I know Busy might have been a fed. What? Hold on. What is Samson's rap? What is Samson's rap? Andrew, find it.
I'll see if I can find something. I mean, I don't know anything about Samson's rap.
We'll
Samson's
find Samson's
rap.
Samson's rap. Share it.
Right. Okay, just a second.
I mean, yeah, or just find a clip from Sanford and Sons. It's a white
Samson's
dude.
Rap
is very talented. I guess his rap name is Samson's Rap.
Let's get some Rick Astley going.
Yeah, it's like it refers to either the Christian musical album Rapture by Michael Samson, or the fantasy apocalyptic book Rapture by Philip Day Simpson. I don't know.
Which features a half-demon protagonist named Sam, but it could also be a less common search combining the biblical figure Samson's powerful acts, rampage and resurrection with the Christian concept of the rapture. Given the different context, it's best to clarify if you mean the music, the book, or the thematic interpretation. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of books for you, everybody. No, I think Samson's rap. I think it's a white dude. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go look for it.
Fair enough.
You do that. Oh man. No, I mean I don't really listen to rap music much at all.
Me neither.
But I mean, stuff like Rap God, I don't know if you can get any more like, nuance than that. Like how fast and how fluid it is.
I've really been into like music sung in other languages than ones I know lately.
Mm-hmm.
Like Speaking you can find some really awesome like old Nordic style sea shanties, like for rowing in a longboat. Man, that stuff. You want to talk about motivational, especially when you don't know what the hell they're saying. It's fantastic.
I found a rap video of some dude in China the other day. Let me see if I can find it, and I can put it up here if you guys want. I thought it was pretty different, but it was
Fuck it.
definitely. Just a second.
Fuck.
Find it.
Fuck it. I got one for us.
Just a second.
Nice.
He did it to the backdrop of Red Dead Redemption.
Nice.
Go check out Blood of the Brave, everybody. Like and subscribe.
He sold it so well, so cheap with this pitch. They didn't think twice, they just bought into the grip. You can't get it back. He packed up and headed out. He loaded up his wagon and he headed south. I knew the route and already sent out the word to my friends. Soon as he opened his mouth, they know nothing more than to take more from the poor. They don't care what you have or what you can afford. They're scamming the old and robbing the young. I see the smile on the face and they think it's fun. I hope they think it's fun when they're panicked on the run. They can't sleep at night and are tired in the sun. They swear they got the cure but they sell the disease. They think they can't be touched but anyone can bleed. They slinging snake oil and make my blood boil and smile until they hear my rifle recoil. Fuck them, they're the worst. I won't be besmirched by the hot plains grip, dog. Put them in the dirt. Fuck them, they're the worst. I won't be besmirched by the hot plains grip, dog. Put them in the dirt. Pack him up and send him back from where he came and put him in the ground along with the name. My telegraph is marked, return to sender. Marked and my cross says a hot plains grifter. Make him take a bag, take it to the max. If he won't, take him out to the railroad tracks. Tie him down in chains till he takes a plane, then leave him right there to wait for the train. Fuck him, they're the worst. I won't be besmirched by the high plains grifter. I'll put him in the dirt. Fuck them, they're the worst. I won't be besmirched by the high plains grifter. I'll put him in the dirt. Left town with my rifle and 2 guns on my side. And knew damn well I might not come back alive. It don't matter if he runs, we will find him if he hides. We got the case mapped out from the inside. It's a long road and many roads we had to make.
Yeah, I thought that too, William.
And it's on our face, no trace of us left behind the track. The only thing left was a silhouette of a hat. There's a trail in the backwoods, somewhere that they missed. It was close to sunrise, we emerged from the mist. 2 revolvers deep, that's what we have at least when we bring him out.
Oh, putting him over.
The heat. Fuck him, they're the worst. I won't be besmirched by the high plains grifter. I'll put him in the dirt. Fuck him, they're the worst. I won't be besmirched by the high plains grifter. I'll put him in the dirt. Send it back to where he came. Put him in the ground along with the name.
Is he implying physical removal?
Yes, he's applying physical.
Yeah.
Here, I got that
10
video.
年的无线电波飞向外太空，人类突破了是动物的极限。我早在几亿年前就已经在这里诞生过，所有腐殖质都成为我皮面。一把大火可以让你涣散所有主导意识，你的气味也被宇宙所提炼。我跟我妈说这段是我发了疯写的，她说人的思想也有迁徙的习惯。这个世界上的太阳太多太多了，光的出生到向往，他们是否也疲倦？
You can remove it if you want.
这个世界上的人群更替几十亿很多吧，可再多的生命也会有临界。我在四川盆地里享受着时间的剥削，跟各位听众不是同一个平面。我又该如何通过这些古典音阶弥补距离，确实表达出我对你的迷恋？ That's too difficult， 这些对我们来说太难了。可是，一把剪刀和产房就把我们带来了。妈的，生育能力有限，他们是不能再坏的。哲学说过人性本恶，你是带着爱来的。Too difficult， 这些对我们来说太难了。可是。
Yeah, that was it. I just thought it was funny. He's just following the camera like it's not breaking character at all.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Lots of dead air, but we have recommendations.
Yep. It's now more like it's a year drive at 5 from the Legacy right now. We're taking requests.
Hey.
We're taking requests. Any requests, everybody?
This is a drive-by podcast.
if you'd like to make any dedication.
Hey, don't say drive by.
They take everything I make and you wonder why I'm complaining. I break my neck to make this money that they just come and take it from me. My wages ain't that great in the first place. I should be paying you nothing, but they keep on coming and they keep on taking. These motherfuckers go ham on me every time I bring them the bacon. And I wonder what it's for. Ukraine, great funding a war. Have we spent enough yet? Should I guess not? Look, here they come for some more. Fuck me, I'm sore. Sucks being poor. You had the same job for the last 6 years, wasn't struggling before. Back when Trump was in office, fuck all the junk that they called him. I never saw any of the shit that people always said he was in the comments. All of it was nonsense. I ain't even trying to ride him either. I'm just saying, you gotta admit this shit was fine when he was the leader. It was fine when he was in charge. I never saw bills as high as they are. I never got chills just literally thinking about filling up my car. It shouldn't be that way. I don't care about Russia or Ukraine, but I do care about my own country. Is that insane? I care a lot about all the tons of money that we're paying, because it's mine, not yours, and I'm the one that feels the pain. I get taxed out my fucking ass for every dime I make. It'd be fine if they would spend my money wisely, but no way. It'd be great if they would take it and pay for important shit that benefited you and me, and not just wage wars with it. And where the fuck are all the liberals? I thought you stood against this shit. I thought the war machine was your enemy. Now you're friends with it? Now you want to go to war? Now you want to fight? Now you want to pick sides in a feud where everyone is white? Now you want to get involved and go and blow a person up? I'm just saying, I'm surprised this altercation ain't diverse enough. No one deserves this stuff. I just don't believe the tears you weep. Countries where brown people get bombed every day. I don't hear a peep, you fucking hypocrites. Thought the race thing was your shtick. I thought as long as white people were involved, you don't give a shit. Those are your words, not mine. I'm just wondering why. Why do we have endless money for them and none for Hawaii? Why is it every time Zelensky needs a loan from someone, we're the only ones that give it to him like we owe him something? We got issues of our own here at home that no one's discussing, and they keep growing cause no one in power is gonna do nothing. We're stuck. How the fuck we gonna help somebody else when we can't even reach inside our own pockets to help ourselves? We could allocate that money to our own people in different ways, to clothe and feed and bathe and let them know it'll be okay. We could definitely do that. Don't tell me it's not that simple. People overcomplicate this and make it some fucking riddle like, can't just feed everyone. Are you insane? You know how much that costs? Way less than we've sent to Ukraine. I know that for sure. You don't have to be a mathematician or a foreign relations expert to figure out that division. You don't have to draw a graph to see it would cost a fraction to solve half of the problems we have and stop them from happening. I'm just saying, what kind of fucking world we living in? So many billions we've given them. When's Europe chipping in? When we gonna start splitting and stirring up the dividends and begin telling other nations it's your turn to lend a hand? Listen, I don't think Ukraine deserves any of this, but I also don't think Zelensky is as great as they said he is. I don't believe the media when they blurt shit on their shows. You'd have to be naive to think this dude's as pure as driven snow. No one is, especially when you run a nation, dog. Your morals are compromised the minute that you take the job. So I don't trust Zelensky, Putin, Biden, or anyone. I don't think any of them give a fuck about all us little ones. All the people of Russia, all the people of Ukraine, most of the people of the USA probably feel the same. We don't want this shit, it's only the elites that do. They line their pockets, they profit from this, but not from me and you. Quite the contrary, in fact, we pay for it with our lives and money. They take chunks of everything we make. You soldiers die for nothing, so they can gain some more power and keep their banks fat. And all we get is table scraps. Fuck yeah, it makes me mad. Fuck yeah, I get upset. We're constantly ignored. Why the fuck I gotta pay for this? I don't want this war. How the Pentagon have $6 billion unaccounted for, but when I do my taxes, I'm afraid to be $1 short. I'm afraid I'll go to jail. I'm afraid I'll do some time if I don't pay you back the money that you wasted. That was mine. I can't keep quiet anymore. It's impossible to shut up. I'm sick and tired of being responsible for all your fuck-ups. But the question is, what we gonna do about it? There's never a plan of action. All we seem to do is shout it, and I'm guilty of it too. Always bitching and complaining, never walking, always talking, always lipping off and saying I'ma do shit, but I don't. And to be honest with you, that's the reason I don't make a lot of songs, and that's the truth. I'm sick of bumping my gums. I'm tired of flapping my jibs. Something needs to be done, and I don't know if rapping is it. We need a real solution, but we need to get together first, because unless we're all in this as a whole, it'll never work. However, what do I know? I'm just a moron with a pen, but there's power in numbers, and there's more of us than them.
The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hardworking people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on, continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all.
Yeah.
No,
That
that
was a very good
that was
ending.
sick.
Apropos.
That was sick, and the ending was dope. But he has a point.
Now, the
though, in
only
the
thing that I
song.
will say is that
Go ahead, Greg.
the right answer is we can't spend any of that money on anything because it's all made up, right? Like the real problem isn't that we're spending the money overseas; it's that we're spending it at all,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and that's the hardest
Yeah.
part, right?
That's
Because
what
we're
happens.
inventing that money from thin air. It's
Mhm.
magic money. It's made the fuck up. It
It's
does not really
it's when
exist.
you're giving leverage to a junkie by handing him a blank check and saying, "Don't be wasteful, be responsible." And of course, what do
and
you
every
think
dime
the
of it they
junkie's gonna do?
spend makes every dollar that we have go less far.
Mm-hmm. I do like towards the end before the ending. I mean,
Yeah.
why? I mean, this is what's brilliant about music. Like you can find truth in music. You can bring about truth in music. But he's got a point. Like, what's the point if it's not doing anything? If it's not sparking minds to come up with solutions? And I think we need to start doing that. We need to start
Yeah,
actually
for sure.
discovering means of what is the solution. Like from my perspective, the solution is start local, start building a community, start actually seeing people for who they are, start actively being involved with your community. Because honestly, when it all comes down to it, who gives a shit what's going on in Washington? Who cares what the fuck's going on in Ukraine or Russia or
You can't
Israel or
influence it. It
Middle
doesn't
East,
really matter because you
Venezuela?
can't
It doesn't.
influence it directly, right?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing
The
we can
only
actually do to make that thing
yeah,
behave differently. What we can
yeah. The
do,
only mhm.
right? What we can do is we can build what I like to think of as wider futures
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
people that we can influence, right? We can make the future wider for our neighbors. We can
And
make
you
the
got to
future
target
wider
who
for our
you're trying to
communities.
influence. It's a lot easier to influence someone in Wyoming than it is in New
You
York.
know, but we need to be trying to make possibilities for each other.
And politically, it's a lot easier to influence your local council member in your local township than it is to try to even pick up the phone and even get a hold of your representative in Washington or even your state capital for that matter. Like who cares? Focus locally. Focus. Talk to your neighbor. Talk to your neighbor. Go to city council meetings and get involved. I hate to be the anti-politics saying get involved in politics, but get involved in local politics. That's the only way that we can win this war.
Right.
Up on our soul.
Right. And do it in a particular spirit. Do it in the idea of trying to open up pathways for people to do stuff, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if you go into it, don't just go into it to do what they think the best thing to do is. Go into it to do the stuff that makes it so that it takes less licensure, it takes less credential, it takes less pre-work and bullshit and bureaucratic nonsense to do anything, right? Like wipe that shit out. You can clear that kind of thing away locally if you get in charge.
And have faith. Doesn't matter what it is into. I mean, have faith in humanity. Have faith in humanity, because without faith in humanity, how can you work with people?
You're not whiter, as in less narrow,
or wider. Big.
Well, you're gonna have more realistic chance of having a moral conversation with somebody locally too than you are with a state or a federal, actor.
Yeah,
because the higher up the chain you go, the more corrupt it is.
Well, I mean, and the only thing that it can do is turn everything to garbage that it touches. So, like, if you go up if you manage to work your way into a federal position of power, and you're like, now I can finally help my community, and you touch your community with the federal power, it will turn to garbage. Everything that you try to do with it will not work out. It will be the opposite of what you intend.
The only good position in the federal state power is if you was basically grandstand the entire time like Thomas Massey or Rand Paul's doing, or Ron Paul did. But it's not really going to do much because it takes a lot of time and a lot of attention and a lot of focus to get anything moving at all.
Right. The only
Andrew, you
legitimate
saying
reason
that-
to seek office, though, really, wider, yeah, less narrow.
Are you saying that Thomas Massey is in fact a grandstander?
No, I'm saying that he's doing the only morally legitimate thing you can do when you're in power in the way that he is.
I mean, that's exactly how you do it in Washington. You got to grandstand the elites, right?
It's
I
like
mean, they
it's
just
like
want to keep
Michael Malice
keeping
said.
control of
But at least
power.
he's grandstanding on a principled no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like Michael Malice said: if there's not a free market in speech, there's a free market in violence. And he's trying
Marketplace
his
of
best to
ideas.
keep. He's trying to grandstand
If
for
he
the
weren't
rights
doing
to
it,
speak,
nobody
not
would
for
be.
violence. Yeah.
You know what? Speak up and say that again, Andrew, for the soundbite for the shorts later.
Okay. Like Michael Malice said, if there's not a free market in speech, there's a free market in violence, and he's doing his best to enable free market in speech.
I hope you hear that. You hear that AI StreamYard. That's your soundbite.
Ooh, nice.
I don't do. You really think I actually set up the shorts on my own? Nah, I'm a tech-tard, dude. I let AI do that.
I didn't realize that it did that.
Yeah, no, you can generate AI generated shorts at the end of this.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sometimes it's sometimes the clips aren't really the greatest, so you may have to go in if you want to make your own shorts because it's StreamYard. It's still somewhat beta, but at the same time,
Right.
it's still wonderful to just be able to like generate something and let it just kind of splice through your entire episode and find certain points that are just good for a clip.
Yep. It'd be fun to challenge that system too with some, you get some ambiguous cutoffs between points to see if it can figure out where a thing should end and not.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it were to make a clip of this, for instance, would it know that I'd completely changed the subject back to the U.S. military debacle that we're now facing and keep this as a single clip or not?
Define debacle and who and where.
I was just saying some stuff that the machine would have a hard time with.
Oh, probably. It would have a hard time because, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of debacles everywhere. I mean, they're drone striking drug boats. And then on top of that, they're influencing in the global intifada in the Middle East and Europe.
Yep.
We all know it's funded by the CIA. Come on, all this.
What I just said should
crisis.
score high on fluency, but meaning will escape it. So it might make a clip of what I just did, even though the two things did not belong to being said together. That was kind of my joke. So if we get that clip, everyone later can laugh at that. I hope it actually includes this as a clip too, so we can show it right after.
Exactly. Exactly. Hopefully. So StreamYard AI, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Assistant.
So, do you think Hunter Biden's in front of the CIA now that they're losing their mind and going to say we're gonna invade a bunch of shit now for drugs?
Hunter's too. Hold on. What about Hunter?
I mean, someone had to introduce the cocaine to the White House, right?
Yeah, that was.
Moving on to the CIA.
Oh,
that was Barron.
For a moment, I was in a time warp where I was back in the time period of that moment. I was like, did I just hallucinate the entire future to just now? And then
I will say this irony: as Hunter Biden was a crackhead, Barron Trump wants to find Christ. Weird.
Yin and yang.
Is it all? Is it all a public front? Who knows? Who cares? I hope God bless the kid. I hope he does. Maybe he can divorce his father. Can you do that? You can divorce your parents, right? Well, he's of age anyways. He can.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's already pretty much done.
Yeah.
He's following the old Stefan Molyneux out. Defu. Here we go.
So, what other silver linings of disgusting politics are in the world today? Hold on. Keon Rodriguez checks into prison tomorrow, beginning a 5-year sentence for code writing. Holy shit!
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking
it's gonna be
code
bullshit.
writing, man.
Listen, I mean,
It's gonna be bullshit.
if
No, not
going
really
to
for
jail
code writing.
writing code, then
Code
you're not
writing
really
is
in a free
somehow
market.
conspiracy to run an unlicensed money transmitter.
Somehow, yeah.
That's the crazy part of all this.
Clown world. That's how they get you. They
Yeah.
flip the script and create anarcho tyranny so that you're fearful to do one thing that's technically legal, so that they can let the criminals basically run the asylum.
I don't think anyone understands though how brutal the appeal is going to be for Roman Storm's defense. Like it's gonna the prosecution is going to be challenged on that appeal to
This is how
to undermine a significant chunk of jurisprudence around like when that actually comes to be resolved. I think this whole thing is going to get unwound, honestly, because it's really hard to change U.S. law to make what the prosecutors did to Roman Storm legal.
Well, I mean, truth be told, I really do think the appeal is going to be fast tracked. Like they're going to make the appeal as soon as he's sentenced, and by next summer, I wouldn't be surprised if he's acquitted.
Yeah,
or at least commuted. Go on.
I could see them. I could see them unraveling the entire case and throwing it out. The conviction could be completely discarded.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for a long time. They did this with Lysander Spooner and the American Letter Mail Company, right? Is that they create laws and they shape the market by selectively enforcing the laws.
Right. Exactly.
And that's what they're trying to do with the crypto environment, is that they're trying to take certain actors out that they'll play ball. And on the other hand, anybody else, they're good to go because they'll play ball.
Yeah. Right. And they had to basically make a mafia-like statement of threat by what they did to Keon Rodriguez and to Roman Storm, because that is what's going to keep developers from building equivalent software over the next few years.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I hope something like that is for our January theme, something similar at least, because everybody come join us on a social media revolution, and come join us every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central for World Blockchain Roundtable. And if you go join din.social, all you need is just an email. Doesn't even have to be your own personal email. Just go make a dummy account, a dummy Gmail, make your account on din.social, join us in a revolution where you can become part of a DAO and you can vote for themes. You like
maybe
what
not
we're doing
Gmail anymore. You have to use a cell phone number for that kind of thing.
Well, you can still use a public cell phone repeater service where you can basically go get like a text message of your code from a public number.
Yeah.
It'll still work.
It'll still work. And let's go ahead. And for tomorrow, if you join us for World Blockchain Roundtable, how do we fix the economy with blockchain? That's the question. That's the topic at hand. So, can it be fixed? I think all three of us here tonight would probably say yes. The blockchain is how you fix it, but how do you fix it with blockchain? What is the solutions?
Oh,
how do we implement?
Stewards have to want to fix it first. Is going to be the tough part.
Mm-hmm. So,
but it can be done.
Sadly, WBRT had thousands and thousands of views for speaking truth to tech power. It has been squashed. Is that true? There was thousands.
It's not. We ain't gone. We used to have that.
Yeah, we're not gone. We've been suppressed, but out of what is a black pill without the white pill, right? So that's the silver lining of all this.
The silver lining is that the algorithm is constantly in flux, and all we have to do is bubble back up. And then this time, when we get bigger, there will be this huge back library of content people will not have seen.
Mm-hmm.
So when
And
people do finally catch on to the show, they'll be able to binge it to their heart's content.
Exactly. There's a library out there, folks. So go find World Blockchain Roundtable over on YouTube and
hours upon hours of brilliant conversation and ideas that are probably lost to the ether unless somebody else goes and drags them out and makes something of them.
That's 4 years of content, everybody. 4 years.
It's kind of unreal, actually. It's like,
yeah. So
if you ever need something to keep you company, man.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, go check it out.
Ouija, man.
So and William replies, "Amen, Greg." So for all your suppressed solution talk, you can catch the Legacy Right and the World Blockchain Roundtable.
Oh yeah.
So we've hit the hour mark, everybody.
We have.
So what else? What else can we end on for today?
Let's end on a moment of sheer just like visual joy. I'm gonna send you guys something cool.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Here's some dead air while we wait.
Yes. But not too long because I can get here quickly now.
Well, sometimes Andrew, instead of the humming, silence is great.
Don't do Jeopardy. I actually have bad memories from that. There's internet video of me and the Indiana legislature suffering to that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we gotta look
to be fair, I mean, it's the Indiana legislature.
Well, no, I was the guy who was responsible for the voting system when we were installing it. And like, I was sitting in the front of the room, like running it while people in the peanut gallery, including legislators, were like whistling the fucking Jeopardy theme while they waited for the system to open. Because we were just like, we had barely gotten the thing teetering on its legs in time for the whole thing to start. Yeah. It's like at any moment it could have crashed. It was pretty nuts.
I'll put it up right now. I just saw it. Just a minute.
But this is just a moment of pure joy because it's visually just like it's eye candy.
Ooh.
Right?
So this is a sec. Ooh. This is 287 lines of code.
Yep.
This is what code looks like in visual practice, everybody. We could save the world
for Christmas.
Yeah. We could literally save the world with Christmas.
Looks a lot like a universe, doesn't it? It's pretty.
It really does. That's what's interesting about this code pen is like you literally can go back. How was the universe created? Is the universe still expanding or is it not? Is it decreasing? Tom McDonald rap. I will agree with that, William. Yeah. He is very talented, but then he goes off the rails a little bit with a lot of politicized bullshit. But I do like Tom McDonald though for his talent. Look at that. So what does this all mean, Greg?
So what you're watching is events unfold in a 4D Lorentzian manifold based on something called a Poisson scattering. And what that basically means is you get this sort of pepper of events using a k-means clustering coordination number 13.81 that's derived. That's a universal constant that sort of anchors the randomness into emergent order. And that's how you get like these organic looking fluctuations that come out after enough events happen.
So it is basically the universe.
Yeah. Well,
it's galaxies forming.
It's a very, very well, it's way before that, right? This is, you can actually go in the upper left of the thing. There's a little box that shows how many events. Like when you think about an event, you think about like a molecule bouncing off another molecule is an event. Mm-hmm. So we're still very, very early in the formation of our universe here. That kind of stuff will emerge over time if you have a powerful enough computer to run it for that long. This will eventually freeze the browser and crash it. So
Yeah, I was trying to see how many resources this is using.
It could just be a gay rainbow, though.
It's
guys.
also possible.
No, I think it's I mean, it's amazing because honestly, what you're unlocking here with this code is literally the formation of universes. You may have cracked the code for the multiverse theory.
Quite possibly, which is weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So, and why wouldn't it? I mean, and honestly, I think that actually the multiverse actually explains God a little bit. So,
well, it hints at a shadow, doesn't it?
mm-hmm. I mean, creation and destruction. So, anyway, let's end on we've ended on a good note, everybody. Look at that visualization. Just close your eyes and just put yourself in the center of a forming galaxy block in the middle of nothing. And what do you see? And tell me what you see. Like, just start reflecting on that. Like this right here, this is the way that we are bred to kind of wind down and meditate and come back to ourselves. So, I mean, rewind this after we're done to the beginning of these pretty lights, and just shut your eyes and just get mesmerized in the imagination. So, multiverse proof. We are all connected.
Yeah. Well, the cool part about it is you get this emergent sort of 3D-ness to it after a while, and that didn't start that way. But after enough time, you get sort of layers and sort of like nebula forming, which is just really neat.
Right.
So, but everybody, please go join din.social and go to the WBRT forum or channel or whatever you call it, and go vote for the January themes. Become a member on the greatest social media revolution that can be so much more and will be so much more. And join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern for fixing the economy with blockchain. So, anything else for you guys? Close
I didn't
out.
have anything else.
So,
stop sharing this. It's starting to slow down my computer a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna what? Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about Tari for a second. You're probably running Tari too, right? At this moment.
Not right now, no.
Yeah, I don't believe you. You're mining Tari right now.
It'll run cleanly up to about 20,000 events on an iPhone.
And then break the iPhone.
Yeah.
The new iPhone.
Well, I mean, then you have to reset the view, otherwise it crashes the browser tab.
I think it was about using a gigabyte of RAM when I looked on.
Yeah, clean it up quick.
Yeah.
Well, quickly, Andrew. What's our outro today?
It's Bitcoin. What else is it?
That's all. That's it. You're not no description. It's just Bitcoin.
Well, we'll wrap.
Goodbye, Andrew. Have a good day, everybody, and like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Ring that bell over on YouTube. Come check us out over on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you get your podcast at. Share it with your friends and your family. Share it with your coworkers. Get the word out. Start a conversation. And anything to go off of, Greg?
All right.
As I bring Andrew back.
It's all right.
Act such that the future becomes wider, not more narrow. To make sure that it's clear that has nothing to do with hue.
And for you, Baldhead, any wise words? Yeah, that's right. I put you on the spot.
It's time for us to go rapping like a black dude.